This is Fuglafjørdur, a port town that serves as a critical node in the fish industry of a large region in the northeast Atlantic. Focused on primary production, manufacturing, and supporting services and technologies, Fuglafjørður-based businesses combined generate revenues of about 800 million euros each year, or well over half of the total export value of the tiny but highly productive Faroe Islands. The world-renowned business ecosystem that surrounds fish meal, marine oil, and salmon feed manufacturing complex Havsbrún consists of various maritime service providers, engineering and technology firms, and production facilities. Fishing company Framherji, cold store Bergfrost, freezing plant Pelagos, fishing gear and aquaculture equipment developer Vónin, companies that develop and supply feeding barges, underwater lighting, farming pens, workboats, hatchery systems for the international aquaculture industry, as well as building and servicing fish processing machinery. Also, there are service providers such as ship chandler Vistir, another leader in its field. Aquaculture majors Bergfrost and Mowi both have an active presence here, former as the owner of Havsbrún, while also operating salmon farms in the bay. The latter as the owner and operator of a salmon hatchery at Hettenar, north of Fuglafjørður itself. Fuglafjørður also has the country's most jobs per capita at some of the highest average wages. And its industry is the country's largest consumer of energy. Of all Faroese ports, the port of Fuglafjørður has the highest throughput in tonnage, about 500,000 tons per year, receiving about 1,000 ship calls annually. Fuglafjørður's strong and well-coordinated business environment is primarily based on the pelagic fish and salmon farming industries. A long-established top pelagic port.
There is no doubt that Fuglafjørður is the #1 industrial town in the Faroe Islands, with a high tonnage of throughput at the port, and especially pelagic fish is processed here. Besides, this town does business internationally. Some of the raw fish that's landed here is then shipped overseas as frozen fish. Some of it is processed here into meal and feed. We also have other innovative companies associated with the fish farming industry and such. They develop technology solutions for the aquaculture industry, such as lighting and more. Others produce the fish farming nets used at sea. Another one builds the workboats they need. We even have a hatchery in the community, and we've got fish farms in the fjord. So this town has a comprehensive span when it comes to the fish industry. We also have vessels with Fuglafjørður as home port. When it comes to pelagic fish, it will be landed, processed and frozen. Then it will be placed in cold storage tunnels, located in the mountain. These are the only ones of their kind in the Faroes. We have several cold storage tunnels. From there the fish will be shipped to other countries, either direct by sea from Fuglafjørður or indirect, by road from here, by sea from some other port.
Fuglafjørður has more recently also become a formidable link in the aquaculture supply chain. Its unique and comprehensive array of facilities and services have made it a regular port of call, both for pelagic vessels, bulk carriers, freezer trawlers, reefer ships, and even tankers. Havsbrún opened for business in 1966 and is today one of the world's top manufacturers of salmon feed and one of the largest fish meal and marine oil producers in Europe. It represents a significant part of Fuglafjørður's business activities. During 2023, the company received an astounding 467,000 tons of fish for industrial processing, netting about 100,000 tons of fish meal, some 34,000 tons of marine oil, and 128,000 tons of salmon feed. Most of the marine oil, along with some of the fish meal, is used as key ingredients in the production of salmon feed. The ongoing extension of Havsbrún will boost feed production, bring added space for docking and logistics, including a battery of silos. A serious capacity expansion that will further solidify Havsbrún's position as one of the world's largest feed manufacturers.
The large extensions that we are currently undertaking are first and foremost related to the feed department. A new feed production line, which will be able to process another 130,000 tons or so. Meaning we'll have a total feed production capacity of 275,000 tons. In this project, we've taken into account future investments as well. So whenever we're ready to take the next step, that will be within this framework. So we are going further into the mountain, creating 2 or 3 additional tunnels primarily for underground storage of fish meal. And the rock that we get out of the mountain will be used for landfill at the harbor to make room for more storage halls for feed. So these developments are interconnected. And part of the plan is to build additional docks spanning 100 meters east to west plus 100 meters north to south. This will add some 300 meters of added docking space in an area that will cover around 10,000 square meters.
Opened in 2014, Fuglafjørður's freezing plant Pelagos is celebrating its 10-year anniversary this year. During this period, Pelagos has become the Faroe Islands' leading owner-operator of facilities dedicated to processing pelagic fish for human consumption. As one of the most advanced plants of its kind in the entire North Atlantic, Pelagos is perfectly placed to receive and process fresh catch from the fishing grounds, and with great transport and logistics options, they can deliver efficiently all over the world. Pelagos offers a wide range of products from mackerel, herring, cabelin, blue whiting, and silver smelt. With excellent quality control systems, the product quality is maintained throughout the whole process. The factory has a freezing capacity of up to 1,000 tons per day and runs on robotics and computerized machinery, spanning the entire process from receiving the raw fish to grading, processing, and blast freezing, to packaging and conveying to the neighboring cold store. The Bergfrost underground cold store is known as the safest and largest in the entire Nordic Seas region. It currently has a storage capacity of as much as 25,000 tons. Yet a new round of expansion has been initiated to add more tunnels to the existing complex for an increased cold storage capacity of 10,000 tons plus 5,000 square meters of added space for dry storage. Thanks to the natural insulation provided by massive layers of mountain rock, the cold storage facility offers an extremely high degree of operational safety. In the event of a power outage, for example, the temperature in cold store will remain unchanged for a long time. Also, the power consumption is reduced because of the natural insulation. Bergfrost's office building and current dry storage hall is located next to the cold store terminal. This helps ensure efficient and effective operations, whether linked to charging or discharging vessels or reefer containers, or to handling pallets of frozen fish entering via conveyor belt from the neighboring freezing plant.
We provide cold storage for processing plants and vessels. Our current storage capacity is 25,000 tons. We receive some 100,000 tons annually, so on average the cold store is filled to capacity 4 times a year. Fuglafjørður is an excellent port offering vessels a comprehensive array of services. They can receive fuel, unload both frozen goods and fresh catch, and the fish meal factory is here as well, plus is all the related services. I think this must be the world's best port for fishing vessels. A big proportion of the Faroe Islands fish quota is landed here. In terms of tonnage, pelagic fish represents the highest volumes. These are large volumes.
Vónin, headquartered at the port entrance to Fuglafjørður, focuses on designing, developing, manufacturing, selling, and servicing top-quality fishing gear and aquaculture equipment in a growing number of countries. Since a group of fishermen started repairing trawls at a small Fuglafjørður-based net loft back in 1969, Vónin has evolved into a major international gear maker for commercial fishing and later also a leading aquaculture equipment specialist. Today, the company operates from 20 locations spread over 8 different countries, covering the entire northern hemisphere, from Portigrave in Newfoundland to Vladivostok in the Far East.
Our net sales amounted to 85.4 million euros in 2023. For any fishing vessels calling at the port to land their catch, it's critical for them that they can receive all the services that they may need, and in Fuglafjørður, that's exactly what they get. Research and development is highly important for Vónin, so we develop the trawls and the gear and equipment that we manufacture. In recent years, we have started developing trawl doors as well, both for bottom trawling and for pelagic trawling, today including pelagic trawl doors that can be controlled remotely, allowing you to decide from the command bridge the exact angle and altitude of the trawl doors in the water. And of course, we offer everything associated with fishing and fish farming operations, such as wire ropes and all the spare parts that go with the territory. In the Faroes, we've got 4 large trucks with cranes that move fish farming nets and trawls, to pick up nets or trawls and deliver back to the vessels after repair or whatever. Another service we now provide is wire spooling, which is more in demand as vessels use increasingly heavy wire rope that requires high tension for spooling. Again, when vessels call at this port to land their catch, they know we've got the services that they need.
Ever since 1914, the ship chandler today known as Vistir has supplied vessels calling at the port of Fuglafjørður with groceries, including essentials such as foodstuffs, drinks, cleaning agents, and more. The company's business activities have expanded in recent years to include deliveries to ports across the Faroe Islands. With its headquarters in Fuglafjørður and with warehouses in Tórshavn, as well as at Kambsdalur in the outskirts of Fuglafjørður, Vistir are strategically located for quick and easy access to all of the busiest ports in the Faroes.
The business activities of Vistir are primarily carried out from our premises at Kambsdal. We're based in the municipality of Fuglafjørdur, and we offer ship provisions for all vessels. We have done so for quite many years, even way before my time. In fact, from the time the business started, in 1914. In the last 15 to 20 years, we have focused on providing a more comprehensive service. So we provide groceries and duty-free goods and any other provisions a vessel may need. The business was started many years ago by my great-grandfather in 1914. It was shipping and trading, so they probably prioritized their own vessels at first. Then later the focus shifted more to a dedicated ship chandlery. So we're an old company. Olsen is an old company and well known by many. The recognition has worked out well. People know that we deliver on time and can be relied on. I think this creates a sense of stability.
Headquartered in the main harbour area of Fuglafjørdur, Framherji is one of the Faroe Islands' top fishing companies and a shareholder in Bergfrost as well as in Pelagos. Their latest freezer trawler, the Berg, is one of the world's most sophisticated of its kind. Their pelagic trawler Faroe has long been one of the best performing in its league. Meanwhile, a new pelagic vessel for Framherji, the Havsbrún, a replacement of the first seiner of the same name, is in advanced stage of construction, scheduled for delivery later this year, in 2024. Alongside pelagic vessels Faroe and the new Havsbrún underway, Framherji owns and operates freezer trawler Bergfrost, plus freezer longliners Vigdis and Stappen. The company owns a 50% share in Pelagic-based fishing enterprise Faroe Origin, which in turn owns and operates 2 onshore fish processing plants plus pressure repair trawlers, primarily focused on saithe and whitefish. Norway's Mowi, one of the largest seafood companies in the world, and the world's top producer of Atlantic salmon, with total harvest volumes of 475,000 tons in 2023 figures, has long had a presence on the Faroese aquaculture scene. Mowi Faroe Islands was the first Faroese operator in the salmon farming business to open a large-scale hatchery on the islands. That hatchery is located at Hetturnar, a settlement in the north of Eysturoy that is part of the municipality of Fuglafjørdur. Here, salmon fry are raised until at between 18 and 24 months of age and an average weight of 500 grams. They are introduced to ungrowing pens at sea, from where the salmon will later be harvested, having grown to an average weight of at least 5.5 to 6 kilograms. Mowi has salmon farming sites on 3 locations at sea across the Faroe Islands and a processing facility at Strendur Eysturoy. In the Faroes alone, Mowi produces some 10,000 tons of farmed Atlantic salmon per annum, at a wholesale value of about 135 million euros.